今天我们说一下 convolutional neural networks， 也是非常火的一个话题。What are convolutional neural networks? Convolutional neural network, CNN ConNet, are a specialized kind of neural network for processing data that has a known grid-like topology. Examples include time series data, which can be thought as 1D grid taking samples at regular time intervals, and image data, which can be thought as a 2D grid of pixels. We will focus on image data. 就是说它能处理什么样的数据呢？一个是 1D 的，一个是 2D 的。CIFAR10 dataset. We will use the CIFAR10 dataset as a background example. The CIFAR10 dataset consists of 60,000 22 by 22 color images in 10 classes, with 6,000 images per class. 就是说它有10个种类，然后每种6000个图片。There are 50,000 training images and 10,000 testing images. 它是一个这样一个比例分开。Cn for CIFAR10, a Cn represents a function from the raw image pixels on one and two class scores at the other. 就是说呢，这个 CNN 呢，它输入一张图片，然后出来一个对于每一个 class 的一个分数。Units at a CNN layer are arranged in 3D volumes with dimensions width, height, and depth. 这个 units 是什么呢？就是它的这个长、宽、高嘛。For CIFAR10, an input image is represented as a volume of units with size 22 by 22 by 3. 就是这样的32乘32乘3的一个这样的一个 input. The output is represented as a volume of units with size 1 by 1 by 10. 这个输出呢，就是一个1乘1乘10的一个矩阵。这个10呢，就是代表了它这个 class 的图片。CNN layers. And CNN is made up of multiple layers. Every layer has a simple API. It transforms an input 3D volume on an output 3D volume with some differentiable function that may or may not have parameters. 就是说呢，这个一个 layer 呢，它是一个 layer 是一个，我们可以说是一个 API， 就是它把一个 3D 的一个 matrix 呢转换成另外一个 3D 的 matrix。然后呢，在这个转换过程中呢，或许有，也或许没有这个 parameters 出现。Three main type of layers to build CNN architecture: convolutional layer, pooling layer, and fully connected layer. 现在我们开始说 convolutional layer. Each convolutional unit is connected only to units in a small patch. 就是用一个 which is called the receptive field of the unit of the previous layer. 这什么意思呢？ The receptive field is local in space, but always fall along the entire depth of the input volume. 就是说这是一个 field 的话，2乘2是一个 receptive field， 就是一个这样2乘2，然后乘以3个通道这样子的一个东西。也就是说呢，它对于这个2乘2这个通道做很多的 convolution 的操作。The parameters of a convolution unit are the connection weights and the bias. They are to be learned. 就是它这个叫做 kernel space 吧，你需要去学习。Intuitively, the task is to learn weights so that the unit will active when some type of visual feature, such as an edge, is present. 就像这样子，这是一个 input， 然后呢，对于这样一个2乘2的一个我们说 kernel space 吧来说呢，我们进入这个 convolutional layer， 然后它是 k 是等于5的，我们有这个 depth column， 然后呢做出这样1、2、3、4、5这样5个不同的一个 kernel space 来进行区分。A convolutional layer consists of volume of convolutional units all units of a given depth slice share the same parameter, so that we can detect the same feature at different locations. Hence, the set of ways is called a filter or kernel. Different units on the depth slice are obtained by sliding the filter. 这个就是 filter， 我们学习到 filter 的一个例子，就是6个 filter AlexNet。然后通过这个 filter， 我们可以得到一个 feature map。这个 feature map 就说明了当前图片的权重在哪里。怎么去计算一个 convolution units 呢？假设我们有一个 image， 然后乘以另外一个 image， 然后对于它们做出这样的一个乘法：80乘0.4加4乘0.2乘10。80乘0.4加4，剩下0.2在这儿，乘以10就得到40这样一个值。Compute carried by the convolutional unit at the coordinates ij is Sij equal to sum from mn I plus m j plus n k m n. This is cross-correlation, although it is referred to as a convolution in deep learning. 就是说我们在 deep learning 中，我们叫做 convolution，but 它也可以叫做 cross correlation。所以它们两个其实是一样的。就是这个 cross correlation 呢，其实是 flip the kernel k to get the k 这样一个 minus m minus n 这样一个东西。这样呢，我会得到一样的结果。也就是说呢 ，convolution with kernel k is the same as cross correlation with the flip the kernel k prime, and because the kernel is to be learned, it is not necessary to distinguish between two, and hence cross correlation and convolution in deep learning. 也就是说，这个 k 呢，其实一正一负，就是在这样里边。所以，对于这个 correlation 这样一个 feature map 来说呢，应该它的底色是相反的。当计算这个过后，当 cross correlation 计算过后 ，feature map 的底色是相反的。convolutional layer。然后我们对于这个3个通道 0, 1 and 2 and get those convolution layers one by one by calculating with the kernel space. After that, we got the output volume W0, W1, filter W0, filter W1. Yeah. The result of the convolutional is passed through a nonlinear activation function ReLU to get the output of the unit. After we finish the convolutional, we need to pass this result to the ReLU. Technical issue is the Cn layer. To apply the filter to an image, we can move the filter 1 pixel at a time from left to right and top to bottom until we process every pixel. And we have a convolutional unit for each location. When stride equal to 1, we just move the one at a time. The width and height of the array convolutional units are reduced by 2 from the width and height of the array of the input unit. That means the output 这样输出的一个 feature map gonna reduce by 2 due to the fact that we remove this kernel space by 1 pixel at a time. Zero padding. If we want to maintain the spatial dimension, we can pack extra zero or replicate the edge of the original image. Zero padding helps to better preserve information on the edge. We could use the zero padding to preserve the shape of the output image to same as the input image. Stride. Sometimes we do not move the filter only by 1 pixel at a time. Instead, we might want to move the filter 2 pixels each time. In this case, we use stride 2. It is uncommon to use stride 3 or more. We just move 2 at a time this time. Summary of convolution layer. Accept the volume of side W multiply H multiply D require 4 hyperparameters. Number of filter K, the spatial extent F, the stride S, and the amount of the zero pattern P. Produce the volume size WHD, the output WHD. We can use the following equation. W equal to W minus F plus 2P, and divide by S plus 1. H, we just substitute W to H to get the result. D equal to K. Need to make sure that W minus F plus 2P and all divided by S and the W minus F plus 2P divided by S are integers. For example, we cannot have W equal to 10, P equal to 0, F equal to 3, and S equal to 2. Because the result not gonna be the integer this time. Okay. Number of parameters of a convolution layer. 有多少 parameter 呢？就是长宽高加1乘以它的输出，这么多 parameters。就这么多，不对，这长宽加1是 fully connected parameter。convolution layer 的话是乘 FFD 这么一个东西加1乘以 K。这么多 parameter。pooling layer。Max pooling, found the best. Pooling also helped to make the representation approximately invariant to small translation of the output of the input.